Well, good evening, folks. This is part 3 of the Dodge differential rebuild. Again, this is a 2008 Ram 1500, and we're rebuilding the rear differential. It is a 9 1/4 differential. We have it, the differential carrier out of the axle now. So today, what we're going to do is remove the axle bearings and the axle seals, and then we'll knock out the races that were left behind for the bearings. We'll knock those races out and we'll install new races. But today is more disassembly. I have bearings and seals on the way, probably not here until tomorrow. So we'll pick those up tomorrow and maybe start reassembly tomorrow or the next day. We'll see how it goes. Okay, come on in here. Let's get her done. So here's the tool. It's going to slide in this way, lock behind the bearing, and hopefully pull it out. I've never used one of these before. I think the next thing to do is tighten this up so that it sort of stays straight and doesn't pop out every time you hit it with a slide hammer. So I rented this from O'Reilly Auto Parts. I've described that before on my previous videos, but it's pretty slick. You essentially buy the tool and then return it and get your money back. Okay, we have the tool now inserted. Now we're going to screw on the slide hammer end of it, which is the business end, if you will, and see if we can yank this thing out of here. I don't know how this is going to go because I've got this on jack stands essentially, and hopefully I just give it a little pop. I don't know for sure how it's going to go here, but you'll be the first to know. Progress, fellas. It might have moved about 10 thousandths. Here we come. Yep. Piece of cake with the right tool. I made a new discovery today. Something I've been thinking about for quite a while after I read up on these differentials. This is a limited slip differential. It is limited in slip by clutches. And we're going to show you that later in some form or fashion. But right now, I pulled off of the magnet some garbage that accumulated since the oil change, which was probably, I don't know what, 5,000 miles ago? Not much. But that's not what I want to talk about. So as you can see, I haven't pulled the bearing yet on the other end. I did pull one bearing on the pinion gear. There's the front bearing left to pull, and I'll knock it out. But as I was getting ready to do that, I looked in here and noticed there was something hanging out in here that should not be hanging out in here. Check that out. Now, why didn't you fellas see that yesterday? Look at this. Unbelievable. A piece of clutch pack. Yeah, I blew my glove out too. Anyway, so, yeah, I had made a decision already to upgrade this because I didn't want to risk these disc packs anymore. Detroit Eaton came out with, actually Eaton owns Detroit Axle, and they came out with it's not a positive track, but it's a limited slip. It's all gear driven. No clutches to slip, no clutches to disintegrate like this. So I ordered that bad boy today, and am I glad I did? Because I've got 2 or 3 pieces down in here, these clutch packs. Here's some more. It looks like one, if I had to guess, one complete clutch pack is blown out. There's 3 pieces right there, and probably some more. Probably some more that I haven't gotten to yet. So, major discovery. Therein lies the problem. I had thought yesterday after tearing it down that something happened to cause that bearing to fail, because it didn't look like a normal bearing failure to me. Looks like something went through it, and sure enough, one of these pieces got down in there, obviously. One of these pieces got in that bearing, or partially in that bearing. Didn't take much. Lucky it didn't just blow up the whole rear end, because they will do that under a load going down the road. Not a good deal. Anyway, so we're going to pop out this bearing down here, and I'll probably find that bearing's ruined too, but that'll be probably the end of the discovery. The 2 wheel bearings I pulled out looked good. I thought one wheel bearing might be bad, but it may be worn. Certainly has grit in it, but it's not worn so bad that it would have warranted replacing right now. But while it's all apart, it's best to clean it, replace everything. So here we go. Hold on to your hats. I'm gonna pull this bearing. I'll be back at you in just a moment. Well, I lied to you. Too small. So what I'll do is just come in from the backside with a punch and knock that bearing out. By the way, here's my punch. Piece of 3/4 inch rod. I think it'll do it. Anytime you hit metal, might want to wear safety glasses. All right, you should see that thing pop out of there. So, tell me when it's out. We're just working it side to side here. I've got a 40-ounce dead blow hammer I'm smacking this with. Whoop. He gone. Sweet. Sure am glad I got this hammer. Check this out. Snap on, dead blow, 40 ounce. Nice. We'll clean this thing up a little. Holy cow. Yeah. You just thought we had problems yesterday. Wow. That whole bearing is just gone. Goodness sakes. Look at that. That thing is... That's just wrong. Okay, we pulled it just in time, because that's just about ready to bust out of there. So thanks for joining me this evening. I made some progress. I think the inspection's complete now. I've ordered the new Eaton Detroit axle carrier that is a gear-driven limited slip. Should be here soon. I've ordered a master bearing kit. Should be here soon. I'll pick up the wheel bearings tomorrow and seals. So the next video will be probably some assembly. So stand by for phase 4. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, or dissent. You've been watching the Junkyard Tailgate channel. Good day.